Hello guys, I am EireKHAOTIX, the role-playing gamer, and welcome back to episode 4 of Tea and Scones with EireKHAOTIX. Joining us again, as usual, is the Rinkmeister.
What's up?
So, Eric is going to be talking first about Street Fighter 5.
Yes, there's good and bad things about it. One, the game's amazing. Like, fucking awesome. Holy shit, that game's good. On the other hand, it had one of the worst releases I've ever seen.
Was it worse than the release of the third that I took about half an hour ago?
Okay.
As that was a pretty bad release.
Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Basically, alright. The game had 3 betas. 2 of those betas
Wait, what? It had three betas?
It had 3 betas.
I'm assuming it was a closed and
There was 3 open ones, and there was a
3
shitload of
open
closed
betas?
ones, and a shitload of closed ones.
How crap are Capcom?
2 stress tests. Server's still fucked on release. Now, that I can get over a bit, because it's always going to happen. I was talking to a friend about it today. He was like, on a technical standpoint, that's usually going to happen.
All you have to do is just think, okay, we're going to sell way more copies than we think we are, so we're going to modify the
But
servers accordingly.
The thing is, though, as well, they're releasing this game in sections of updates, right? They're not really releasing.
People
They're not
do that.
releasing the game like the full options. Like the story mode isn't out until June. The shop where you can buy new costumes and new fighters, and not really new fighters. The DLC characters aren't out until June either, but you can buy like costumes and colors for your guys and stuff. That doesn't come out until March. There's no arcade mode at all.
So essentially, they've had about 6 betas for a game that they haven't even fully for essentially what I'm going to call an unfinished game, and it's still launched terribly.
Like,
well, I read a lot of reviews today, and I read a few articles, and almost all of them said unfinished.
Yeah.
All of them said that.
The thing about the Metacritic, the Amazon, and
No,
Steam,
this wasn't Metacritic or anything.
but
I
like
was looking at like reviews of just regular dudes.
Yeah, but user reviews.
Not
are
on Steam. Not
user
on
reviews-
Steam. I literally
yeah,
was looking at articles that people put up on their own sites about it.
Yeah, but
You know,
the
like
thing about it
blogs.
is, right, people that say, "Oh, the servers
looked
are
everywhere.
shit." The game's fine now. Servers are fine. But I can't defend the fact that Capcom did a really stupid thing about this, like the way they released this in sections.
Yeah.
Like they released it with online focus on day 1, and online didn't work on day 1. I was playing Versus all the time, so I only played online there for about 20 minutes. I done shit, but fuck it. I've been playing Versus all day. Versus is great. The game runs.
Were you
really
playing
smooth.
Versus with AI or with like one of the lads?
Friend, I was playing it in college today.
Oh,
I
okay.
played a good 5 hours of it today. It was really good.
Okay. Well,
Well,
you're definitely going to get far in college.
I was finished all day. I had no college since 1, so I was in there till
okay.
6. It is the easiest fighting game to get into I've ever played.
By get
Like,
into, do you mean as in the controls are good, or as in it's just accessible?
It is the most accessible fighting game I've ever played. Because it's so catered to the basics than more than mad flashy combos. It's more, can you get your fundamentals down? Do you know what footsies is? And I'm not going to get into fighting game fundamentals now, but basically it's like, do you know the basics? And can you use them effectively? And then after that, you move on to, okay, these attacks link to each other and shit like that. You get into the whatever the fuck
Nitty and gritty.
Nitty and gritty, yes. But the fact that there's some single player content. There's the story fights.
I heard there was only 3 fights for each character.
Each character has 3 fights, and the thing about it is, you can beat the character's story fights
in about
in less
10
than
minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard they were
did
really
Chun-Li's
easy.
one. I did Chun-Li's one. Finished it in about 6 minutes. That's including cutscenes. The fights are only 1 round, which I think is retarded.
I think any fighting game that has 1 round's a bit stupid.
Yeah, they're only in the story missions though. They're 1 round, and you start off with like full meter, so you can just instantly do your fucking super combo and kill them. Just because the AI is stupid. There's a survival mode, which is you keep fighting AI. You
I
get a higher
heard that
score.
was a pretty fun way, but what I did hear
I
was that a
haven't
lot of the
played it yet.
unlocks in the game are locked behind ridiculous survival mode, like scores, like beating like 100 people in a row.
Well, the thing is,
And
all
like
the
that's
unlocks,
pretty stupid.
them unlocks would probably be able to be. You can probably buy
You
them
can
when the
probably
shop
pay,
comes
yeah,
out.
you can probably pay money
A
for them.
really good thing is that the DLC characters are coming out, and you don't need to pay for them. If you play the game enough and you're dedicated enough, you can spend in-game currency to buy the DLC characters, or you can just pay real money to buy the DLC.
Yeah, but you know
characters.
Capcom are
It's
going to
doing
make
this-
that
it's
DLC
doing-
currency so ridiculously high that no one will ever
They
reach that
said-
amount
they
of
said
points.
when the story mode comes out, when you beat the story mode, you'll have enough fight money, as it's called, to be able to buy one of the 5 DLC characters.
Yeah, one of the
So
5.
you basically won for free if you beat the story. But I have 10,000 fight money at the moment. I don't know how much that is, but you can get about 170,000, 160,000 if you beat all the story fights, plus survival, plus the higher rank you are online, the more money you get when you win. I'm fucking shit online at the moment, so I'm not getting any money. But the game's solid, but the people like that reviewing the game, like saying, "Oh, the servers don't work, I'm gonna give it a negative review." Like, all that's doing now is fucking up the game for when it's fully fixed.
Yeah,
like,
but every game
about
is
6
like
months
that.
in about 6 months time, someone's gonna go on
Like-
Steam and see, "Oh, Street Fighter 5. I better check out the reviews. Mixed. Fuck." Even
See,
though
the thing is, right-
all the actual reviews probably be like, "Oh, this game's really fucking good." But if you click negative, game doesn't work. Fucking day of release. Like, I
Like
know
that's
it
why
should
it's
have
gonna.
worked.
It's probably gonna re-release. Like, how many editions of Street Fighter 4 are there? There's a
Three.
there's a yeah 3.
Street Fighter 4, Super
Like,
Street Fighter 4,
There's
and
gonna be
Future
the
4
Street
Ultra.
Fighter 5 in a few months. They'll release.
There's gonna be Super
Street
there's gonna be
Fighter
Super
Unlimited Super Maximum Edition. There's
5,
gonna be
yeah.
There's gonna be Street 5 Tour, Super Ultimate, even more Maximum Ultra Combo Edition,
Yeah.
and then there's just gonna be like Street Fighter V, and like,
yeah.
you know, it's like what Rome 2 did. Rome 2 had a disastrous launch. All the reviews are bad, so they re-released it with the Emperor Edition.
Yeah.
And
No,
it-
there's gonna be
and, like-
another release of this.
Yeah, there's gonna be another release.
I can see in 2 years' time this game being free to play. The way the fight money works.
Capcom
This game
not
will be free
happening,
to play.
dude.
I don't know.
You'll have to pay for it.
This game is very similar to free to play kind of games where you can buy all the shit in the store. Like you
Yeah,
can buy
but
everything.
Mortal Kombat does that with the crypt.
Not really.
Except
because
you
the
don't
crypt-
need to. You
you
don't.
don't unlock. No, you
you
don't
can
unlock
pay. You
fucking-
can pay money to unlock everything. You can
Yeah,
literally
but that's
pay
stupid
money to
because
unlock the
it's
crypt.
so easy to get money in the crypt.
Well, according to you, it's pretty easy to get money in that as well.
Yeah, but like I've unlocked nearly everything in the crypt already in Mortal Kombat, and
Yeah, but you play Mortal Kombat a lot.
I did, yeah. I gotta have like 100,000, and I just run through, unlock random shit, and then you fucking fuck off, or you look up online what you want to unlock, and then you find out where it is, and you
unlock
open
it.
it. I unlocked everything in Mortal Kombat 9 by just beating the story mode, because you get enough money
Nice.
in the story mode to unlock everything. And it's not the same in Mortal Kombat 10, because you don't get that much money for beating the story mode. But gradually you just get a shitload of money. Some of the character designs range from fucking badass in Street Fighter 5 to what the fuck. Like you
Well,
have this
it's
guy-
it's
you
a Japanese
yeah.
style
You have this
game.
guy
They're
called- you have
all the characters, all the women are going to be wearing barely any clothes. Their extremities are going to be way oversized.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let
And
me-
all the
let-
dudes are going to be muscle-bound Chris
okay,
Redfields.
yo, okay, you
and with
have-
insane
you have
hair.
This new guy, you have this guy called Natalia, right? Which is badass. He's like this... I don't know how to describe him. He has like these mad dreadlocks. He's super fucking buff and he's super powerful. Then you have Cammy, which is the secret agent woman, which fights in a leotard. Like
In
a
a
banana
what?
fucking hammock kind of thing.
In like a toga.
No, she has a very weird costume. Or like, Chun-Li's is weird as well because her whole body is out of proportion. There's one woman that is Karen, which isn't like she's totally dignified because she doesn't have any of her extremities showing. You have what's her name? Fuck. You have Laura, which is literally just, hey guys, I'm sexy as fuck.
I'm eye candy. Lol plays
Yeah.
my
Then there's
character.
this there's this woman wrestler. I can't remember her name, which is like idolizes Zangief, and she has her breasts are fucking showing all over the place, and she has no pants on her ass, so she's wearing assless chaps. Um,
Oh, I just killed one of my Nord
like
veterans.
we were in, I was in
Assless
college.
chaps.
I was in college
I
today.
love that.
I was in college today, and we were fighting. It was like it was Chun-Li versus Cammy fighting my friend, and then my friend came over and was like, "God, I hope the feminist society don't come over and see this." Oh, it was really good. But the basics of the game are really easy to get into. I was playing it for an hour last night, and I pretty much got the basics of the game. Now it's just learning the advanced shit, which my friend today blatantly showed us by winning about 60 games in a row before losing one. And then he continued to win after that one. That was just a fluke that we beat him. But yeah, Capcom, you really shouldn't have done this to your game, but you made a good game. So learn from your mistakes and make Street Fighter 5 awesome. And that's all I can really want to say about it, because it's awesome.
What? Okay, when I gave you a half an hour, I didn't mean do it in 3 minutes. Holy
I don't
crap.
know. There's not really much I can say other than
Yeah.
it's super basic. There's no single player content. Online works now. And yeah, there's not much in the game. That's the sad thing. There's not a lot of content yet.
How much did you pay for it though?
Technically 70, but I traded in games and got €40 for them.
Okay, well,
Uh,
no single player. To me,
also,
no.
I want
No
to say
single
as
player
well,
content.
I kind of want to say as well that people that are complaining about 16 characters need to fuck right off, because 16 characters is plenty. And sorry, it's not Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, which has 8 million, but 16 is perfect because all 16 of them are different, completely different, and fuck those people that think 16 isn't. People that said KI was bad with 6 at the start can fuck off as well, because now they have 18. And fuck people that think quantity is better than quality, because Mortal Kombat Armageddon and Mortal Kombat Deception are perfect examples of quantity not being better than quality. That's yeah.
See, the thing is, I don't really, in fighting games, I don't really see why people complain about the number of characters, because you're only going to be fighting one other person.
Yeah, but it's
So
like,
that means you
I
both
don't have
get
a
to...
lot. I don't have a lot to choose from. People that say that, I was talking to my friend about it today. People that say there's not enough characters, all right, in fucking Street Fighter, there's 16 characters and there's gonna be 5 DLC. People that say, oh, fucking 16 characters is enough, yet these people play Mortal Kombat 10, which has 30 characters, and basically just play Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and insert famous guy.
Yeah.
Fuck those
Insert.
people.
Yeah.
There's
It's like me. I can... all I do is play Liu Kang. Like.
If I ever go into college and see somebody playing Tremor that isn't my friend, I'll be amazed. Because nobody's going to instantly go to Tremor.
Oh my
even though
god.
Tremor's
I'm muting my
bad.
mic for a second.
Like,
Keep talking, keep busy, Eric.
yeah, keep busy. Fucking hell. Like, people that don't like, that want more people. Like, Mortal Kombat Armageddon has 41
I ask
characters,
them to close the door so I can't hear anyone. They close it for about 20 seconds, then they open it again.
Fucking rip.
They know I'm recording for an hour, and then they just... God.
Well, yeah, okay, I'll go back to my point. People that think Mortal Kombat Armageddon is good can fuck off as well. Because it's not. And there's all these characters...
Wait, which game?
Mortal Kombat Armageddon. The one that came after Deception. Deception's pretty bad as well.
No, Deception is
But
amazing. Deception is amazing. It's
But
amazing.
Armageddon is awful because
I don't
they
think I played
tried to
Armageddon.
do 41 characters. And
Is
in
Armageddon the
Deception,
one where the single player story is like is like God of War or
it's
something?
like Conquest and Deception, which is terrible, by the way, to me.
Eric, man,
just
look, if you're gonna delude
Conquest.
yourself, it's not my problem.
The only reason why the 3D Mortal Kombat games, the only good thing the 3D Mortal Kombat games did was give us Quan Chi, Shinnok, and Kenshi. Nothing else. And give us the potential of Unaga. Give us the potential of him being good. fuck, I don't like the fucking 3D Mortal Kombat games at all. I
I
used to
just-
like Deception. And then I played Deception again. And
I just love
no.
Deception. I just love it.
If I wanted a 3D fighting game, I'll play Tekken. Because Tekken's
I
awesome.
thought I actually thought the 3D parts in Tekken were terrible.
No.
Like,
The thing about
have you played Tekken 4 where you can play as Jin
Tekken
and do
4 is
Jin's?
bad though.
Oh yeah,
Tekken
Tekken
4
4
is
is
the
door.
bad one.
I've never really liked any of the
Tekken 4 is
Tekkens.
bad. Tekken 3 is largely considered the best fighting game ever. I wouldn't say that. But it
I
is
just don't
good.
like Tekken.
I can see why.
I've never liked any of the characters in Tekken.
Oh, fucking hell. Heihachi's so badass.
I don't know. I was
Heihachi's
just,
is
like
fucking
I
awesome.
grew up
So
playing
good.
Tekken. I was playing way more Tekken than I played Mortal Kombat growing up, and I didn't even like him that much back when I was a
Yeah, no,
kid.
there are some characters I think are stupid.
I just think
But
most
like,
of the characters
I
are pretty
really like
stupid.
most of the characters in Tekken.
Oh crap! I just pressed
Okay.
Alt F4 by mistake.
GG.
I meant to press
how do
Shift.
you-
I meant to press Shift F4.
How do you accidentally press Alt?
No, there's there's
Fucking hell.
there's this thing where you know, the thing to kill people with the cheat. Because I turn
Oh,
cheats
right, yeah.
on while I'm recording just because I really don't want.
There's a cheat to kill people?
Yeah, you press Shift F4 and you knock dudes unconscious. And
I
you-
didn't know that.
And if you press it really fast, you can kill the whole enemy army in about 5 minutes.
That's pretty hilarious. But yeah, Tekken has some.
Oh
cool
wow!
characters.
Oh no, that's not racist. That's just an
yeah.
Arabian name.
Bringing up Tekken and Street Fighter, since talking about it, Tekken 7 has Akuma from Street Fighter in it, and Akuma is basically, if you don't know who he is,
Because Tekken have run out of good characters.
he's basically Street Fighter and Tekken have been confirmed same universe, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
so fucking cool. There was a game Tekken cross Street Fighter which is bad. So much potential, but fell apart because of stupid pay to win things that are stupid. But they've confirmed same universe, so Akuma is basically a guy in Street Fighter. Characters that fight are like, hey, do you want to train to fight each other? Like, sure. And it's super bro up, like Ken and Ryu Ken and Ryu fighting. They're like, at the end, the winner's thing will say, well, your kicks are really cool, but I'm still better and all this shit. And like, but Akuma's like, I'm going to kill you because
Okay.
I'm evil. Alright? And he's been moved into Tekken. And his whole story in Tekken is that Heihachi, the super old guy that has the lightning shit, is like killing everyone. So his wife calls Akuma in and is like, you have to kill Heihachi. And that fight just hypes me up. Because Heihachi versus Akuma is hype. There's no more I can say, it's hype. Zangief versus King, hype. Fuck.
I do not know of any of these people that you're naming out here.
Zangief is the big massive Russian dude with hairy chest in Street Fighter.
Oh, he's the dude from The Punisher.
Yeah,
The dude who-
did you hear about the Punisher trailer for TV? This TV show now coming out apparently.
I thought it was a cross, but I thought the
Yeah, it's
Punisher
cross
was
with
in the
Daredevil,
Flash.
yeah. It's
Or
cross with
Daredevil, yeah.
Yeah, cross with Daredevil. That looks pretty
I
cool.
hate Daredevil. Oh, I
I
hate
hate Daredevil.
Daredevil.
I like the Punisher.
Yeah, well, Punisher's badass, but I
Punisher's
just
badass.
hate. I just hate Daredevil
Well, we're not
so
going into another
much.
shit on DC and Marvel.
No,
talk last
the
week.
Daredevil movie was terrible.
It was bad. Oh my god, it was bad.
I never fully watched it when I was younger because
I
even when I
did.
was younger, I thought the movie was terrible. But
Oh man. it was bad.
my dad was watching it there on telly there a couple of weeks ago, and I was just walking through the room when he was watching it, and it was that scene where they're fighting in the playground, and he does this cool
That's the
oh, and he's standing on the seesaw.
Each other.
He's standing on the seesaw, and he's like, oh, and I literally started
fight-
roaring, laughing, walking through the
For
room.
absolutely no reason.
He's just
the
like,
fight-
I'm
No,
blind, so I'm gonna kick your ass.
Electra's a stupid bitch because she's fights a blind man for no reason.
It's like, hey dude, are you
She
blind?
doesn't even know who he is.
It's like, hey dude, you blind? Yeah, how about you?
Oh my god, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like,
I don't know, I, I,
Speaking of, what isn't dumb is Akuma versus Heihachi though.
I still don't know.
Badass.
Like
Just look up a picture of
like
Akuma.
like you said that you
Look up a picture of Akuma. He looks fucking badass.
you Akuma.
Akuma is
I
so
hope I
badass.
spelled this right. No, okay.
Akuma can be in any single fighting game he wants. He could actually be in Mortal Kombat as well and kill
The
people.
dude with red hair.
Yeah.
Why does it look like he's taking a crap there?
Because he's possessed by a fucking, like, the power in him overtook him. And
He
became
looks a bit. No, he doesn't actually.
It's fucking
If
bad.
he had white hair, or not even white, I can't even remember. When I first saw him there, he reminded me a bit of the dude from Majora's Rat.
Yeah. Yeah, he is in a Source Rat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he the?
guy. He's
is-
the guy in a Source Rat.
Alright.
It's pretty cool.
This guy
there's a
punches like through planets.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's a character in Street Fighter 5 called Rashid, alright? He's an Indian dude.
Of course.
He has a fucking scanner from fucking Dragon Ball Z so he can detect people's power levels. But he was announced in Dubai on September 11th.
Like, it's
The fucking Indian dude, the Middle Eastern dude,
Oh,
was
is it-
announced on 9/11.
okay.
Thanks Capcom. You
Capcom's
fucking beasts.
Capcom's are legend are legends just
I
for
have
that.
no idea how pissed off Americans got at that.
Oh
They were
man,
so pissed.
that's
But they
hilarious.
weren't supposed to find out.
Well, it's not like Dubai caused 9/11.
Yeah,
It
they
wasn't
weren't
some rich oil baron flying a plane.
They weren't supposed to actually know about it. Because they're like, it was meant to be the next day that they find out about it. But they ended up finding out because somebody leaked it. And then everybody got super pissed. Oh, it was fucking
Oh,
hilarious.
that's great though. That's pretty
That
funny.
was so funny. But yeah, Street Fighter 5,
What?
fucking pick it up in March. when
In
they got
stores
it.
now. Da-da-da, sponsored.
Pick it up whenever you want, because it's fucking awesome. But if you want to wait, pick it up in March.
See, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to your house, pick it up, put it back down on your desk, and then go home.
Oh, you would totally come over and play it. 'cause it's super easy.
Oh God, I hate Street Fighter though.
Street Fighter's so
I
good.
hate just
enjoyed it.
I don't like fighting games other than Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's the only one I like because I'm actually good at it. I just hate the Japanese art style in everything.
Oh, no, I really like
I
the art style.
hate it, man.
I really like the
I
art
just
style.
I just don't like the kind of unrealistic. Everything is out of proportion and everyone's insanely muscle bound, and I just
Oh,
don't
you
like
hate
that.
Killer Instinct then.
I just don't like that. I really don't like that.
Yeah. I would be talking about Earth Defense Force this week if I bought it, but it's too expensive, so
Oh,
I
Christ,
just
more.
cry. I cry every time.
I pre-ordered Dark Souls 3 today. There's two editions. There's the Arafis edition, if I pronounce that right, which is a standard edition, but in pre-order you get like a steel case with it, which is the normal game for €70. And for an extra €80, making that 150, you can get the Apocalypse edition, which upon opening the box releases a nuclear device that ends the world. But no, it's you get a statue with it and as well, and I did the same for Dark Souls 2. So I'm gonna buy the Apocalypse Now edition, and
I think the fact that it has a season pass annoys me because I don't like
Dark
season passes
Souls
at
2
all.
had a season pass as well.
Yeah, I don't like season passes at all.
Dark Souls 2's DLC
Yeah.
was
You know what they're
awesome
doing
though.
about Fallout 4?
They're releasing a robots,
releasing more
what
releasing-
animatron or something it's called.
Releasing more DLC, all right, and they're increasing the price of the season pass. So, if you buy it now, you get it for cheaper. So it's a top selling thing on Steam at the moment. Like, fuck you, Bethesda. Fuck you.
Yeah, but
not only is your season pass 30 quid, but you're increasing the price because you're cunts.
Bethesda think they're better at making games than they are. They're like, oh, we
They're
made an
not.
awesome game. Now we're gonna make some really awesome content.
Everybody
Everyone's
buys our
gonna
game.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give your fucking rights to Obsidian again, mate.
Everyone
rights-
buys their games. How about you stop sniffing your own stink and actually, do something great.
Oh, man.
Don't just do something good. Do something great.
Like, that's gonna happen.
You know why everyone loved Fallout 3 when it came out? Is because no other game had done anything like
Then
that.
Fallout New Vegas came out, and now
Which was
we
just
realize
better.
Fallout, like, yeah.
Actually, I reinstalled. Well, I bought New Vegas on Steam the other day, and I've some mods installed, obviously, but
It's great.
I started playing it again. It is a 10 out of 10 amazing game, but oh my god, is it ugly. that game's graphics are bad.
I
They're
get over
just
it.
bad.
It's working on a Bethesda engine.
I know, but like
It's Bethesda's
I didn't realize how terrible the graphics in that game was until yesterday. I just,
Yeah.
for some reason in my brain just made them better, and then I played it and I was like, oh, this game's going to be awesome, and then I was like, oh my god, this game looks disgusting.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't.
I was just like, I'm playing a I'm playing a 1 intelligence and a 1 charisma hardcore mode character who uses only melee weapons and explosives.
Well, if you get to level 50, you'll have everything 100 anyway. So,
Yeah, but like,
like,
you know.
I suppose I did a character like that as well, but wasn't low. It was like 4 intelligence, like 9 strength.
Oh, 1 intelligence is just hilarious because your guy just goes...
Basically a melee character, right? If you want to do a melee character,
Just use the broad machete and chop everything's heads off
once you
instead.
get the super sledge,
I have a super sledge already.
game over. It's game over.
I have a super sledge already, and I only have it because I accidentally looted something that I wasn't supposed to until higher level, and I got a super sledge. I was like, yes.
If you go to Jacobstown, there's a cave next to Jacobstown, which
Isn't that where you get the
you get,
that super
baby,
mutant?
you get the unique
Yeah.
super sledge, and it's the fucking best weapon in the game. Also, what's your luck?
8, or it's either 7 or 8.
Okay.
It's 8. It's 8.
Are you using the Wild Westland perk?
Yeah.
Okay, get Rex. Get him to the whole Billy trapped in the well thing. Get the BB gun down in the cave, and crit for days. Cause that gun gives you bonus crit chance. You do 90 damage per crit hit. Stealth crits count. And it does no damage base. But it's amazing when you get crits. It's so fun to use. Like,
Oh, I'm such a bad shot.
it's fucking great. The Achilles BB gun, I think it's called.
Isn't there a gun you can get as well that just destroys everything that the kid you can buy it off the kid, the Euclid C finder?
The Archimedes gun, yeah.
Yeah.
The Euclid E finder, yeah. That gun's great because
Okay, well anyway, we've
great.
hit half time, so I'm gonna bust into what I was planning on talking about now. It's kind of a bit of a deeper topic today.
Yeah.
The bottom of my toilet, yeah, I know, but
What?
I thought that I don't know, I just my brain doesn't work properly, so just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And that's the episode. No, so what I was just sitting. You know, I rewatched all the cutscenes from Jak and Daxter. Pretty much every Jak and Daxter game, except the Daxter spin-off. I watched essentially the movie of Jak Precursor Legacy, Jak 2 Renegade, Jak 3, Jak X, and Jak and Daxter The Lost Frontier. And I don't know why, it just made me get all philosophical. It's because those games will always be some of my favourite series ever, because those games were... Oh, well, getting onto the topic at hand, the reason those games mean so much to me is because I went through a very long bout, or whatever you'd like to call it, of depression when I was a kid. Like maybe from when I was about 7 or 8 up till I was about, I don't know, 14. I was literally, rough times. And while that was going on, I'm not going to say, video games saved my life, because I'm not a bullshitter like that.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those fucking, those stupid people.
Yeah.
But they certainly helped. Like, I was essentially a zombie for years. I used to literally go to school, barely talk to anybody, barely talk to my parents. I used to just get home, do my homework, sit in front of my PlayStation, play games just for the day, go to bed, get up, go to school, and I did that for years. But that's why kind of like all of my memories, like a lot of my kind of mid kind of childhood memories are all video stuff that happened in video games. Like I don't remember playing out in the street. I remember
Yeah.
I remember stuff that happened in video games when I was younger, and like I just kind of thought to myself, I was just sat there, I was literally sat up like last night, and I was sat in my bed for a good 20 minutes just thinking, as stupid as that sounds. Um,
No, that's what the fuck else do you do in bed? You
no, but I
think.
wasn't lying. I
You have
was.
deep thoughts.
But I wasn't in bed. I was sitting on the bed in a
All right.
dark room, just looking at the window. Not out the window, at the window. I was just like, yeah, I don't want to look out that window because that involves standing up. So I was like, I was just kind of sitting there, and I was just thinking, what kind of person, like what kind of person would I be if I didn't ever play video games when I was younger? Would I have dealt with things differently when I was younger? Because I didn't talk, and I still barely talk. That I'm not very good at that. But would I have, I don't know, maybe been more social and helped that way? Would I have just went into complete shutdown mode and just, for lack of a better whatever, like they didn't. I'm not going to say anything, but I could. It could have just got worse if I didn't have video games. I could have ended up killing myself, but that didn't happen, thankfully. So,
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, how different would you or me have been if we had never played video games growing up? Like, I think because, like, that's why I get so mad when somebody says, when you hear these parents say, video games make people shoot other people.
No, crazy crazy.
Crazy people shoot other people.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't fucking. I never once played Mario and thought I'm gonna go jump on someone's fucking head.
I'm gonna go jump on this dude's head and I don't know, take a lot of mushrooms and try and fly to another planet.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like,
No, like you can't say
like,
one thing
uh,
and
yeah,
then have
that's
another thing.
like the point. Like the reason I get so angry, specifically when somebody says that to me, like I get proper rage mode, like, is because, like,
Yeah.
I think people shouldn't hate on them because like they can be used as like a serious kind of, not so much an educational tool,
Oh yeah, speaking of
but like,
actually think about that. I'm actually thinking about buying a game. It's an RPG that teaches you Japanese. Basically, it's an RPG, but like you unlock skills and shit, and then you learn Japanese in the game. So it can be used as
did you
educational.
just hear me face palming?
No,
Okay, I'll do it again.
I don't know. Are you fucking? I'm gonna buy that shit.
If it's more than free,
€7.
it's no. No,
Uh,
that's,
I'll give it a try. I'll come back to you next week.
when I say, yeah, I might just go kill myself now. I don't think. 'Cause I swear to
Uh,
God, if you start speaking Japanese,
oh no, don't
I'll,
worry.
I will
I
cut
will.
you.
I
I
will
will
be.
cut you.
Take me a very long time though.
Oh my God. How do you, isn't the Japanese language symbols?
Yeah, but like
How
it's
you got,
the game teaches you the language, like the letters of it teaches you one of the three languages.
so you're essentially going to be listening to like one of those discs where they just repeat a
No, we're
sentence in
playing an
your brain.
RPG.
No, it's not an RPG though.
It's
Like,
a
come
fucking
on.
RPG.
It's,
I can't remember the name of it, but it's on Steam and it's one of the new releases. I'll look it up right now. Um, hold on. Fuck. It is called. I can't learn Japanese to survive. Hiragana Battle. That is his name. Oh man. It's a fucking
Eric, I really wish you didn't grow up playing video games.
it's Final Fantasy, but it teaches you Japanese.
Oh, but Final Fantasy's bad.
Yeah. Anyway, we can go back to the topic at hand.
I can't even remember what I was saying now.
I'm saying, how would we be changed if we didn't? I don't know how I'd be changed. Anyway, I have fucking no
No,
idea
what they
how.
were saying is like parents who say that video games make kids evil, and like those things where that kid,
They
that the
blamed
guy, the kid played 5 minutes of Halo,
the kid play.
and then killed his grandparents. It's like that's because obviously it was Halo that did that. Halo
Yeah, it
subliminally
wasn't the it
messaged
wasn't the
him
glare it wasn't
and
the
told
glaring
him,
mental health issues. The kid.
yeah, and told him that his parents were secretly Covenant, and that he had
Yeah,
to kill them with an energy sword. Like
I
it's
don't understand sometimes people.
yeah,
It's,
but
sure.
like
People are
people.
gonna be stupid.
The thing is, like, I don't think.
Okay, so he died.
Yeah, I'm muting my mic for a second.
uh, well, I can go. I can continue the topic. Well, you can. People are gonna be stupid. The dudes that done the Columbine shooting, actually had their school created on Doom, and that might seem like holy shit, these guys are fucking crazy, and they're gonna kill. Like, and it was obviously the games, but people forget that they were bullied hardcore. Like, they were super bullied, and they only and I might be getting this wrong, but the only people they actually shot were the bullies that did that. They didn't fucking like the people that they liked. They told to go away, run away, and then they fucking just straight up fucking killed like all the bullies, and it was fucked up. Um,
That's the thing though. Like my point, I didn't want to make the whole thing talking about parents being stupid when it comes to video games. What I was gonna say is that like obviously when you're growing up you need to interact with other people, to learn.
I did, but like games were a really good side for me.
Yeah, but see, games for me that was all
No,
that was
yeah, no,
all I had growing up.
I was still primarily game.
For me that was all like that was almost
Games still
that
like
was
that for me now.
almost exclusively what I did.
Yeah,
And like kids when they're growing up, they need to interact with
yeah, yeah,
they need to interact with like other people and stuff like that to learn, to learn they obviously need to be taught morals, and they need to learn how to interact with other people. But like games are such a good way of learning that. Like I played loads of games growing up. Like I like I know a lot about, obviously I was taught and stuff, but like a massive amount of what I consider to be right and wrong I learned from video games growing up. And I've a very big sense of honor in myself, and that came from video games, and to a lesser extent books
yeah.
as well. But like, holy crap, man! I honestly would hate to meet the person I would have been if I never played video games growing up.
Think,
Like, because I honestly think I'd be a horrible individual. Because like there's like so much of who I am has come because of that.
yeah,
It's very it's weird. Like, and that's why I get so angry when people shun them.
mm, yeah,
It's because there's two completely different sides to things like that, and I was kind of just, I don't know why I started thinking about all that after watching all the Jack and Daxter cutscenes, but I don't know, it kind of felt like it was just one of those things where you go, huh, that's a good point, and you just start thinking about it,
yeah,
like
yeah.
and it was they were just a great way to just get lost. And kind of ties into a bit what I'll be talking about next week. I'll be talking a bit about immersion in video games next week, but for the moment we'll just stick with, you know, what
This
video
shit, yeah,
games, yeah. And for the 10 people who watch this,
yeah.
I'd like to hear about your experiences in the comments, and whatnot, and how what your opinions are on this
Mm.
matter. But yeah, it's very, it's I don't know, it's odd. It's very odd. Like I feel like I owe so much. I owe a lot to the gaming industry.
No, it's more like
You
people
know.
that could be people are the same. Like use you games with you. Sometimes it's books with other people and shit.
Yeah.
It just
I
shows that
I I'm largely yeah.
the media can do shit
Yeah, like
like
obviously there's other things like we're probably all insanely desensitized to violence and murder and all that crazy stuff, but
oh yeah, fuck yeah.
you know there's two sides to it, you know, and
Like
I'm
fucking hell, Doom, man. Fucking
yeah, but
that shit's
you know I know
crazy.
I mean stuff like GTA 5 with the first person thing it came out with on PC, like
Oh, that's
in
a funny thing.
when you kill someone, when you like in GTA 5, if you stab someone to death
Funny
in
enough,
first person in
funny
that,
enough about
it's
murdering
pretty
someone.
violent. Like
Funny enough,
it like you know,
I had a fucked up dream last night that like some people were attacking my house, and
lol.
like out of nowhere, I wake up and then two revolvers are just pulled out of my ass. I have two revolvers now, and I start doing that revolver ocelot shit, and then it turns into a fucking like stranglehold, and I'm diving around my house, fucking shooting everyone. There's like, then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And it was fucked up. It was like I blasted people and their heads were blowing up and shit. I was like, and I just woke up like, what did I just do?
Is it like, did you wake up thinking your house was being broken into as you
No,
roll
no,
off the bed and you're like,
I just
oh.
woke up. I just woke up and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
just did that. I just had a dream about that. It was fucking hilarious. That was a funny dream.
Like, you know, it's just one of those things, like, it's like, the games can teach you the weirdest of things, like
Yeah.
I read an article the other day. It was on What Culture, and because I've a habit of reading almost every gaming article they put up just because I've nothing better to do. So I was reading one. It was like the top 10 like underrated romances in video games, right? And one of them was this was immediately after me watching all the Jack and Daxter things. It was Jack and Kira from the video game series, and when I read the fellow who wrote that article, the bit he wrote about Jack and Daxter was really well written. And like I can't remember. I'm not gonna say I can't remember much of it. I can't remember any of it. But all I remember is like a bit at the end where he said it was a really well told kind of sub story in Jack and Daxter of Jack and Kira
Yeah.
or whatever. He said it was a very well told like coming of age story, because obviously in the first game they're all young and Jack's a mute, and you know it's all happy and all that stuff. And then in Jack 2 he's been turned into a demonic super soldier, so he's a pretty angry man.
Yeah.
Like people forget that in these games Jack is a teenager, like,
Yeah.
you
Well, I
know.
didn't.
What? Yeah,
I kinda knew
yeah.
that.
No, some people just assume that, you know, the dude's because he can murder people that he's an adult, but
One of the most fucked
you
up
know,
things
and it was pretty
one of
good.
the
Like
most fucked
they
up
can
things I learned recently about my in Tekken. Do you know the King in Tekken, the guy with the leopard face, leopard head?
I thought King
It's a
was just
mask.
I thought King was just a full tiger.
No, he's just a guy in a mask, and I found that out recently, and I was just like,
That's a bit weird.
I was like, why the fuck is he not an actual half leopard man? That would be so fucking cool. But no.
Yeah, does he not make like leopard sounds in the game stuff? Does he not
Yes.
go like? "Rrr"?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
It's badass.
But
Badass.
yeah, God damn it, Jack and Daxter making me think about all this stuff. God,
I
but
wouldn't
like,
have thought of a game like Jack and Dexter to make you think about this shit, to be honest.
yeah, but see, the thing is, the reason it kind of sparked all this off is because that was one of the main games. Like, I played through all three of those games so many times when I was a kid. Like, when I was going through that time, that's one of the standout games that I can remember playing when I was going through all that when I was younger,
Yeah.
and that's why it kind of just brings back a flood of stuff when I even when I don't play, when I just see it. You know, I don't even know why I started. I just watched them. I just sat down one day and I didn't even think about it. I just YouTube Jack and Daxter, like all cutscenes or something,
Yeah.
and I watched all of them. I literally spent about 4 hours watching all of them, and oh man, I don't know what happened. It was intense. It was intense emotions. It was intense,
Fucking
but
hell.
it was a good kind of intense. Like, but
Yeah.
man, like I honestly don't know where, or I don't know where I'd be if I never had video games. Like like, video games personally for me have taught me so much stuff just about life in general and about You know, I know obviously you're sitting in front of a computer, you're not really out living, but you know, they teach you a lot of stuff that you don't even realise. Like I owe so much to games. Most of it I won't even realise for another 10 years.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff, a lot of my, maybe ideals, a lot of my ideals and you know, virtues I have obtained from books and video games. Mainly video games. I have the same kind of thing with a book series, The Way of Kings. I've told you about it a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, it kind of makes me happy to think that I had something like that. Even though it wasn't, you know, a person that I talked to, but I felt
Yeah.
like even recently, there's been times like where I've just been so stressed out or down over something or other, and I just be so, you know, all over the place, and I just literally be like, look, I'll just sit down and I'll play 6 hours of just a video game. I'll get lost in an RPG. I'll play The Witcher or something, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done playing it, although I haven't talked to anybody about the problem, I haven't done anything. When I just get up and stand up from that computer, I just feel better,
Mm.
and everything just seems clearer, you know. And like for an inanimate object, a device to be able to do that for me is just it's insane. It's insane. But it's the good it's the insane I can get behind. It's the insane I can get behind. Like, you know,
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
very, I don't know. It kind of makes me happy to think that I'm glad that I had that stuff growing up. Like when people say, "Oh, it's just a game," it's not though. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. Like, you know, it's just.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad I had games like that. Like if it was games like Gears of War where you're chopping people in half with chains, like I'd probably be insane right now. I'd probably be a psychopath. But you know,
I grew up
just
playing Mario, so.
yeah. But like those games, like Jack and Daxter and Mario, those games are happy games. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Jack and Daxter to a lesser extent because you do fight about 2 wars in the space of the 3 games, the 3 main games. But
I
like
get you.
you know those games, they all have happy endings, you know, and you
Mm.
feel like you're a part of that story when you finish the game. You feel
Yeah.
you feel it in the heartstrings.
Are you feeling it
It's,
now, Mr. Krabs?
yeah,
It's true feelers.
as gay as the last half an hour sounded of me talking,
Yeah.
that's a more gentle side to Timmy that you've all just witnessed.
Hashtag no homo.
Uh,
Fucking
but
hell.
that's a kind of a different side to me. Like sometimes I'll just sit there and I'll just be looking and I'll just be thinking, wow, how bad our world is, and then I'll just be thinking, I wish I was living in the land of Jack and Daxter, and I was just
To be
a
honest,
happy individual.
to be
No,
honest, if
obviously
I could live,
you would probably end up getting mauled alive by a metalhead,
if I could live in
but
any world, I'd live in the Sword Art Online world. Even though it's one of the worst animes of all time, it has the comfiest world of all ever.
yeah, I wish I could live in a video game. I really do.
Yeah.
I'd live out the life of Jarl Svarok in Mountain Blade Warband, because one, you can't die, and
Yeah.
two, my guy is pretty much the most powerful man in the world, and he has killed 5,661 men in a total of 899 days.
Mm.
He's wounded about double that, but probably killed about 100 allies as well by mistake. But
Yeah.
you know, I don't
Is
know,
there a
man.
stat
It's
for that?
just, yeah. I've killed 21 friendly troops. I've wounded 92 friendly troops. I've killed 5,661 enemies. I have wounded 5,014 enemies on 899 days in. I'm the
GG.
most powerful man in the world. I have conquered pretty much half the map with the Nords. And I also have the most fiefs in the game. I have the most honour in the game. Pretty sure I have the most renown in the game. And I'm probably one of the richest people in the land as well. And that
Nice.
took a lot of goddamn work. And I didn't cheat at all. I've only been cheating while recording this because I don't have to concentrate if I'm cheating, so
Yeah.
at least that way I can talk. But yeah, like, god damn it, man. Video games are awesome, and they'll always be awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
I don't care what kind of life I have, I'll always have time for video games.
Yeah.
Like God, I'm literally gonna go buy a PS2 and just play, and just buy Jack and Daxter again, and just play 2 of those games again.
You can get one in
And I'll
CX fairly
I'll
cheap.
probably start crying for no reason.
No.
It's just the
The one thing
the
games never
memory.
made me do is cry.
Have I cried in a video game? I have, but I'm trying to remember what game it was. A character died in a game, and I got emotional. I didn't start like bawling crying. It was just single tear, just one of those kind of it was
Just the one tear goes
yeah,
down your cheek.
yeah, no, it was teary, but I wasn't like I didn't fall apart and splutter everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh God, what game was it? Oh man,
Doesn't really matter.
it's gonna wreck my head though. But if I remember for next week's episode,
If you remember to remember.
if I remember anything full stop, but man, I'm really glad I had those, because like they got me. Video games helped a lot to get me through. Well, not even get me through. They helped me a lot to switch off and imagine I was in a different world, in a different land, playing as a dude who had a laser rifle that could shoot dinosaurs.
Turok though.
Oh, Turok's so good.
That's so good.
Oh, Turok, it's just 10 out of 10. And
That's
I'm
the
really,
way.
I'm really glad for that. And even for people who are like if anyone who watches this, whether you watch this in 6 months' time or in 10 years' time, if the world still exists, then
I
or
hope
if
so.
you watch it tomorrow,
Very inconvenient if I have to die in 10 years.
yeah, well, Korea,
Fucks up my 10 year, fucks up my 10-year plan.
Korea, Russia, Korea or Russia might, blow up the world at some stage. But
Probably.
if anybody watches this and you're feeling a bit down and you're a gamer, dude, don't think about it, dude or chick, whatever. Don't think about it. Just sit down, pick out your favorite game, fire it on, and just play it. And just don't think I'm gonna play this for an hour. Just play it. You'll stop playing it when your body wants you to stop playing it. When you stop playing it, guarantee you will feel better. It doesn't matter what's happened to you. You will feel somewhat better. You might still feel terrible, but you might feel less terrible than you felt 8 hours ago, or an hour, depending on however length of time you play it. And eventually everything will always get better for you in your life. There's never a reason there's never a reason to stop fighting for anything. And I'm glad we have the platform video games to help us with, when we don't know how to ask for help from people, to give us our enjoyment, obviously, and to teach things. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of stuff I live by. I've learned from video games. So
GG video games.
yeah, well done. Well,
GG.
and thank you, Naughty Dog, for giving me one of the most beautiful, well, obviously not graphically because those games are dated, but beautifully, one of the most beautiful just games to me for the rest of my life will always be the Jack and Daxter trilogy. Just
I
those
thought I was
games.
more of a Ratchet and Clank fan.
Oh, I love Ratchet and Clank too, but Jack and Daxter, man, just Naughty Dog, thank you for giving us that. Don't care what people think. You might think it's a terrible series, but to me it'll always be one of the most beautiful things in my life. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I got to talk about for this week. Nice and comfy after that. I didn't
Let's go
finish.
wrap up.
I didn't finish my mug of tea, and that was
I
cold.
forgot to get a drink.
That was
I'm
cold.
gonna get a drink for this.
That was cold and disgusting. Now I don't feel comfy anymore. Gotta go play some.
Well,
Jack and
shit.
Daxter. Well, yeah. So unless there's anything you'd like to add to anything, Eric.
You wrapped it up fairly well.
Yeah, I don't. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Teen Scones. And yeah, philosophy edition. I hope anything me or Eric said. I hope we entertained you. Obviously, I hope my words have sunk in, and I hope that people can relate. And my advice there towards the end, I have no reason to lie to anybody. If you've some problems and you're feeling down about anything, play some video games. If you want, if you feel like talking to anyone at a later time, do so. But play some video games. Just pick out your favorite game, play it. You will feel better. Trust me. I've no reason to lie. I've done it myself, and it's what I will do and keep doing until I die. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Teen Scones, guys. I really want to hear about your opinions. Leave them in the comments section below. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you're new and you want to see more content, please subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And if you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button and stop watching my videos. Talk to you later, guys. I will see you next week for the next episode. Enjoy.